guys want. Right. I'm Robin Bowles. I'm currently the president of the Whole Earth Market Board, and I've been on the board since 2017. I'm in the midst of my second term.
So my name is Lindsay Barris, and I have been on the board. This is my third year, and I had previously been on the board back around 2012, 2013. So this is my second time on the board. And I am an owner operator of Rising Sun Farm. And Roger Brown, who started the farm, my father-in-law, helped start the co-op in 1974.
So I'm Prescott Berg. I came on the board in 2017. I've been a member since 1987 when we moved to River Falls. And I live on a farm 10 miles east of River Falls, retired, and I spent my whole career working in the organic food and farming industry.
My name is Glenda Zilski. I was a healthcare administrator here in River Falls for 35 years. And one interesting thing about moving to River Falls is when we moved here in 1973, I said I would stay here 1 year. I grew up in a small town near Madison. My husband grew up in Milwaukee, and here we are all these years later, still here loving River Falls.
I love the co-op because it has helped to shape my life in River Falls. It's helped me find my community. It's helped me establish how I eat, and it carries most of the products that I do eat and give to my family.
I love the co-op. I think it's amazing and wonderful that over 2,000 owners are part of our great store. I shop here often, sometimes more than once a day. And I love that it's right here on Main Street in our beautiful city.
The co-op is important to me because it is part of a community, a place to support our neighbors who may provide products to the store, a place to learn about health and alternative economic models, and it's a welcoming place where I can find what I need for my family.
I love the co-op because it's such a great center of community and around people who care about food and good quality food, local food. And yeah, it's a real center of the community to me. It's one of the reasons that I wanted to move to River Falls.
I think everything is my favorite product. There are a few that I especially like, the Wallaby Greek yogurt, the whole bulk section. But basically, I love everything that's at the co-op. And now all the new products that we're getting in, I think it's just wonderful that we have such a great variety of different things available now that we're part of NCG.
My current favorite products right now are the Canyon Bakehouse Everything Bagel, gluten-free, and the Kite Hill Chive Cream Cheese, which is part of my breakfast every morning. But I have favorite products in every department. And I think, like, when you think about the summertime, my favorite product is probably in produce, and because we have such a wide variety of beautiful, like, super fresh local produce. And I don't think I can pick a favorite at that time of year because there's so much.
I have to say, throughout the year, probably Organic Valley dairy products are my favorite category, just because we use lots of different ones of those. But like Robin, I think our produce section is really outstanding, and to be able to have that much great organic and in the summer and the season local vegetables and fruits is just a great resource, a great thing for our community.
I don't know if I have an exact favorite product. I kind of just I really like the bulk section. And I also like that I can get special orders, especially bulk special orders. So I'll get a case of blue chips at a time, or a case of the tortillas. We go through a lot of that. And I also love the produce department.
I was a healthcare administrator in River Falls for 35 years. I've served on national and state boards. I've been on the hospital board here in River Falls. I've been on the chamber board locally. And I just think this is such a wonderful community. There's so many wonderful things you can be involved in.
My background, for one, with Whole Earth Market is that I think probably within a half an hour of arriving in River Falls the first time, I was shopping in the aisles of Whole Earth Market, and I had heard about it before several times about what a great store it was. And so in terms of my background with Whole Earth Market, it's been a part of my life, my existence in River Falls since the very beginning. And it's just kind of always been there, this consistent piece that has really established my community, the people that I spend time with, and kind of really the foundations of my healthy lifestyle that I've embraced here in River Falls. I'm also a small business owner and had a office right on Main Street, so I found myself hoofing it over to River Falls pretty much once a day to check the cooler for what's in there. And even though my office isn't downtown anymore, I still get in there quite a bit for those kind of things. So my background with the Whole Earth Co-op is intertwined with every part of my life in River Falls, I feel like. And so I feel really blessed that we have that as a resource that, provides such a staple product, are the food that we eat in such a loving and caring community. I love that.
I've been very lucky in my career to work from the seed to the plate as an organic inspector for about 10 years, and later on working in the organic food ingredient world. So one of the things that I really like is I have been able to be on cocoa farms in Nicaragua and palm oil and coconut farms in Brazil and Southeast Asia, and have seen that same product end up in a product on the shelf at Whole Earth Co-op. So it's pretty fun to have been in different parts of my career, all the way from those distant ingredient sources right up to finished products that are on the shelf or in the cooler at the co-op. So that's part of my background.
My background with the co-op is that I had a close relationship with a co-op out in Washington State that I relied on for everything. I found a place to live through the co-op. I met my friends through the co-op. I shopped everything I need at that co-op. And then when I moved here, the first thing I did was go into the co-op. And I have a pre-existing relationship with this co-op because of the farm that I live and work on is intertwined with our co-op, and it has been since the beginning. So Whole Earth Market started at the same time Rising Sun Farm started, and they've had that support amongst each other from the beginning, and it has continued for 45 years. And so now, being here since 2012, we've continued that. And so I rely on the co-op for my livelihood. And also the co-op here is the same place where I met most of my friends, my community members. I worked at the co-op at one point. I get to have this board of directors experience and be more involved in it. So it's a huge part of my life. And I don't know what I would do if this co-op was not here. It would be a different world for me because it is huge.
Continue on the board and be a part of the carefully planned expansion into a larger space to accommodate even more products and people. And I don't think we're that far away. It's very exciting.
I hope to watch the co-op continue to increase its impact in the community, both as a grocery store and a place for local producers to sell their products. And also as we grow to be able to really also impact the community in other ways, through donation programs, through farmer grants, who knows what. I'd like to see us looking at kind of all the possibilities in that way, in addition to a larger space and expanded options, which I think everyone kind of feels like would be the next lovely iteration of the Whole Earth Market Co-op.
I'd like to continue helping the co-op become ever more important in the local food and farming aspect of our community, because it's one of the only places where a regular human being can have an impact on what their food world looks like. You can't go to the grocery store and say you should manage this, you should add these products or this category, but you can go to the co-op and talk to the manager, and as someone else said, you could special order products if they're not on the shelf, but you can also have an impact in terms of serving on the board or in other ways to really make the local food scene part of what you'd like it to see, and not just whatever sells the best or is the most profitable or has the most added ingredients. So I think that we haven't really talked much about the health aspect of the food at the co-op, but I think compared to any other establishment in River Falls, the co-op has really healthy food, and that has a real impact on people's lives. If anyone who's been struggling with various types of dis-ease often is able to find a partial solution, at least through things they can find at the co-op to improve their health. So that's my real interest in making sure the co-op continues to thrive, and hopefully is able to grow and expand, offer even greater opportunities.
My vision for the co-op future was exactly what Robin said, like to a T. I want to see our co-op continue and expand into helping the community through education, not just through classes like cooking classes and nutritional classes, which I think we should also focus on as well, but just outreach into the community about healthy food and eating locally and supporting our farmers and supporting local producers no matter what they make. And I'm hoping that the co-op, once it has expanded, which is in the plan, still is able to maintain the focus on local producers. It's really easy for really large co-ops to kind of forget about the little people in the community sometimes. I've seen it happen. So I really want to make sure that our co-op continues to focus on the local economy and local producers of a wide range of products.